welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jonathan. For those of you firstly tuning in, this is my YouTube channel and I'll be talking about today's given topic. Now, the reason you clicked on this video was to find out what is the truth behind you not finishing your task. And one of it is your attention span. Your attention span is one of the most crucial things when it comes to finishing a task. If you can't put your attention on a certain task, how do you suppose you're going to finish it? Based on our day and age of the 21st century, there's a lot of new technology, TikTok, Reels, YouTube, and all these other online contents that you consume it so much that doing the most simplest task becomes so difficult. This includes you taking your dog out for a walk, doing dishes, and doing some basic home chores. It happens everywhere. The reason this affects you is because you probably consume too much online content that does not benefit you. Remember, there are two categories when it comes to watching videos. The ones for just watching videos and the one that are actually helpful. Clearly, the one that you're watching is actually helping you. If so, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Back to the topic. Certain people can't even pay attention in class. For me, for example, I used to think that watching TikTok or scrolling for the next 3 to 4 hours won't affect me anyway. Guess what? I was wrong. I couldn't even pay attention to when my teacher was handing out the really important notes. And that kind of costed me when it came to the exams. Now, another thing that could be affecting you is laziness. And believe me, if you watch my last videos, I am not a lazy person. When it comes to laziness, it's something that has to do with you. If there's a task that has to be done and you don't do it, the reason for that is that you're not connected deep enough with the task that you set up. You don't feel the necessity to do it. Because when it comes to having the necessity to do a certain task, you will make sure it is finished. For example, if you knew today was your last day on earth, there's going to be a multitude of tasks you're going to wish you finished. And you'll do whatever it takes to finish it. Same applies to when you're lazy. The reason people are lazy is because they don't do it. I'm not vouching for people who are lazy, but what I'm saying is, you lack the necessity to do something that's important, not for me, but for you. Now, a lot of people think that being lazy is normal. Well, it's not normal being lazy. If it was normal being inactive, I think it would be good for everyone. But being inactive comes with consequences. Everything you do, there will be repercussions. So if you decide to sit down and be lazy, don't be surprised when you don't get your desired outcome. And this can be for anyone. Of course, there are multiple ways to solve it. But how can you solve it if you always come up with excuses? Now, when it comes to excuses, people use excuses to justify their positions. They do not want to be held accountable for anything. Let's say you're walking outside and everything's going good, right? There comes up a message in your head that tells you, I'm supposed to be working out, or I'm supposed to be taking the dog out for the walk. So you're supposed to take dog out for a walk. I don't know why I keep using dog for a walk, but let's just work with that.
Okay.
You use excuses to fix your position because you don't want to take the dog out. So what you say to yourself is, I'll probably do it some other time. I'll probably do it when it's not alright, or all the other stuff. And what actually happens is, remember when I talked about consequences? This dog that you decided not to take out decided to take a huge dump all over the yard, and this dog ran loose and went everywhere. Started to erupt chaos in the neighborhood. Well, who's going to be held accountable? It's obviously not going to be the dog. It's going to be that person that decided to come up with excuses. That person that decided to be lazy. That person that decided, I'm not going to be held accountable. It's going to have to face its consequences. Now, I've been listing so many challenges, so many issues, but I haven't been giving you guys advice how to deal with them. So what I'm going to do in this section of the video is I'm going to give you guys tips, and I think it's one of the most crucial things people should be doing if they want to solve the issue when it comes to dealing with tasks. Now, time. When I talk about time, I'm referring in a life manner. There's lots of time on this world. Many people use the time how they want. And another important thing I can tell you is we don't have unlimited time. We can die at any given moment. Only God knows. Now, instead of wasting your time, find a way to utilize your time. Use your time wisely. Come up with schedules. Make sure certain things are done. Make sure that you're consistent. Now, consistency, coming from me, it's a bit ironic because I didn't upload the past 5 or 6 months, right? But let me tell you this. I've been consistent in multiple ways. Not only that, I've been consistent in my body status at school, achieving awards, diplomas. I could be flexing on you guys, but you know what I'm saying? I've been finding out how to be more articulate, finding more ways how to be the person I want to be in the future. And that all starts with me creating this YouTube channel. The reason I created this YouTube channel is to grow, get out of my comfort zone, find new things. And when you're dealing with tasks, believe me, there will be a lot of challenges. And the most important thing, since you made it this far, is prioritizing. You have to learn that prioritizing anything will get you where you want. If you don't prioritize the most important thing in your life, you won't get there. For example, this one task that you should be doing could help you to advance and scale upwards in the future. But you're too lazy, you don't want to do it. And that's why it's going to affect you in the long run. When it comes to the long run, it's a big and whole different ball game. You have to make sure that you're on time, that you do it regardless of what situation you are. I understand social economics. I understand that people don't have what other people have. But you have to make sure that that's not your excuse. You have to make sure that there are other things you can do. I don't know, you could be struggling with the most abnormal thing imaginable. But don't use that as an excuse to finish your talks and become a big person. You have to make sure that you're living in the moment. You don't live in the future, you don't live in the past. You live in the moment. You are focused and you are in the present. You're not in the future, not in the past. You focus at what's happening now. Ask yourself, question yourself, what can you do right now that will help you solve all your problems, solve all your tasks? If there are certain things that have to be done, make sure it's done. And that will only happen once you prioritize. A skill that everyone should know is prioritizing. There are a multitude of things people should also learn, but I'll be discussing that in future reference videos. Thank you guys for making it this far in the video. And if you did enjoy the content and value I provided you, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, even if you don't subscribe, make sure that what I said today don't go in vain. Make sure you take my advice, you act on it, and you make sure everything is dealt accordingly. Appreciate you guys watching the video till the end. If you guys would like to support me, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll notify you when the next video is out. And as well, if you personally want to help me, you can find the link in my description box. As always, I'll be watching from afar, and good luck.